He's going to be from pole position. Senna Sakaguchi, can he win the sprint down towards turn 1 for the first time? Or will Shotsuboi continue that championship lead for the number 1 car? Round 4, part 1 here at Fuji for Super GT 2025 will get underway when the red lights go out any second. Now, 3 minutes go. Clean start for Sakaguchi. Suboi's got away cleanly also, and Oshi's on his toes already. Looking up for second place, it could be side by side for second. Tsujimura goes with the attack down the outside, but it is 3 toes between them. The 4th place holding the place. Looks as though it has been the number 3 Nissan. We look to the cars coming down the hill out of the hairpin for the first time. Meanwhile, behind them in GT500, as they swarm down towards the left-hander on the first lap. Green in GT300, and immediately on its toes is the number 777 Lamborghini behind the car, number 6 Ferrari down towards turn 1, but it is Toyota 86 from Subaru BRZ. Moving out for 3rd place goes Charlie Fagg up the inside and makes the move. There was a twitch there, I think, for the Ferrari, for the Cargo Ferrari in 4th position, but so far it seems it's all close. Side by side for the 2nd place between Shotsuboi and Toshiki Oyu as they head down towards this very tricky complex at the bottom of the hill, which is down at Dunlop Corner. Side by side, and Subo tries to go around the outside of the second part, puts himself on the inside line from the next corner, which is a right-hander, but actually has to back out of it, slotting between the two and hold on to the position. GT300, it is still Hibiki Toyota who leads the way from the number 61 RD Sport car, and off the road is the Ineos number 14 Supra. That is safety car deployed. That's Oshima off the road, which means the race is neutralised. All action at the start, but the key thing was there, Sakaguchi kept the lead. Suboi tried a couple of times, Jamie, to make it happen into turn 1 and down the middle of the first lap into that complex at the end of the, towards the end of the 2nd sector, but Sakaguchi just held firm and didn't let him go one iota.
This is back to turn 3 where we had Makino, who are interestingly both behind the Kondo Racing Nissan there, so Matsuda made a good start. I do wonder if there was a little bit of contact there. There's nothing on the race control timing screens.
Now then, onto the Panasonic corner, turn 16, back onto the pit straight, and Sakaguchi has gone early as they head down the straight under green flag conditions once again, and part 1 of round 4 of Super GT 2025 at Fuji is back underway, and immediately you can see that it is going to be an immediate lap change for the toe for Shotsuboi. He's right in the 6th. Here comes Fenestraz looking up the inside of the number 3 Nissan of Daiki Sasaki. He's down the outside for the lead, looks. Shotsuboi tries to make it go the long way around, does get the undercut on the exit of turn 1. They're going to be side by side for the next corner, which is a right-hander. With the momentum, Suboi should be in front. It's side by side for the lead and for 4th position. Round the outside into the left-hand of turn 3. As Shotsuboi, one half of the championship lead, is into the lead. It could be 2nd place. Toshiki Oyu around the outside of 100R. Meanwhile, Saki Fenestraz does take 4th place from the number 3 Niteram Z of Sasaki. Up the inside for 2nd, in towards the hairpin goes Toshiki Oyu. And just if anything happens and kicks off between these two 296s, he'll be straight into the mix. Oliveira's in there too. Here comes Mehi down the inside on Kobayashi, and Kobayashi leaves the door open potentially to give Gabu the shot to get through. Close the door straight away. He's more focused on trying to get 5th position back as the 2 Ferraris go side by side, practically touching wing mirrors down towards turn 3. The Mehi's got the inside line and takes the position into the top 5 in GT300. And immediately, once again, it's good. He was the hunter, now he's the hunted.
The Subaru doesn't have the straight line speed, although it's actually holding its own. But look at Katoka's Mercedes coming in the mix as well now. Can Katoka try and make it 2 for the price of 1? He might just get the overlap. I think he will have, although the Subaru will still have the line for the next for corner for turn 3. And look at Fag closing in on Tyre all the while.
This is like a lap ago. It's only Mary got in front of them. He's noticed Yamauchi was waving at Mary, thinking, if you're going to come past me, get on with it. Come on, just don't hold me up here side by side. Now look at Gamu round the outside of Kobayashi. That's the position. That will be for 7th place round the outside of 100R. But the inside for the hairpin again gets blocked by the Subaru inadvertently. And here comes Jean-Paul de Oliveira. Fantastic back and forth scrapping here in GT300. Also the number 65, the Supra getting the mix as well. Yeah, that's the 52 type of green Brave car. Kobayashi and Gamu side by side for 6th. Robbie holds on. De Oliveira gets to the back of him, and again through the Dunlop corners. This is real back and forth stuff in GT300, and we've still got incredibly some 23 laps to go.
But this is effectively the battle for 4th place. Now we're watching between Yamauchi and Kobayashi. And Kobayashi, of course, you can't exceed the white line there, so Yamauchi hugging the inside. And will that be enough to keep the position? Of course, Kobayashi, very young, very quick, lacking a bit of race experience, but that was a good move there from the number 7 Ferrari. And look at now Yagamo, and look also, where's João Paulo de Oliveira gone? He should have been in that mix as well.
But no, there he is. It was a problem. The Gianpaolo Oliveira Nissan, the realised Z, crawling, Xing out of turn 3. I thought he was letting lap traffic through, but I saw him sort of going slowly. And initially I thought there's faster cars coming through, but no. An issue for the realised GTR, and a car which was fastest in practice this morning, and was quite surprised. Now, he looks like he's done a bit of a what we call a control-alt-delete, done a complete reset, and away it goes again.
To the final, to the 5 laps or so. So you see the number 0 J-Lock Lamborghini is slow as well. I wonder if is that a puncture or something like that?
It looks similar to what happened to Oliveira. It slowed, then he kind of got back up to speed. So that's the second car that's done that in exactly the same section.
I think he's still slow. He's still slow. De Oliveira got going again a lot faster than that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, he does like a dive bomb, this Charlie. He's done it once before, so wouldn't put it past him to try it again. Here he goes. Thinks about it up the inside. There goes the dive bomb into turn 1. Big move. Up to perfection, but on the undercut comes Tyra. Kataoka sitting back and thinking, just you scrap, you two. Anything happen between you, I'll be straight in there. And watch for Kobayashi and Gamu behind them. It could be a 5-car scrap for Willie. Fag up the inside in towards turn 3, and Charlie gets the move done. Aston Martin hits the front of Fuji, or Kataoka. Speckany thought there might be a gap there, and then Kibiki Tyre firmly confirmed there wasn't. And there was a gap between the Mercedes and the Subaru, but he's got the inside line now for the hairpin. Up the inside he goes. Thank you very much, Kibiki, into second place. He'll try and get it back on the exit, but I think you're right. I think Kibiki just doesn't have the tyre left to come back at him. He's trying. As meanwhile we go back to GT500, this is Sasahara versus Fenestraz. Almost wheel-to-wheel touching fenders down towards turn 1. Who's last double 8 breakers? Who's got the grip on which line? Fenestraz defends, but he might get the up and under from Sasahara, which he tries. Remember, the next call on it is a left-hander for turn 3. As Fenestraz again will defend it. Almost touches contact between them. I think that Sasahara tried to turn in, didn't realise, well, how you can turn, not realise he's still side by side. Sasahara thinks, right, I'll go around the other side of that mix. Fenestraz defends, a little down with the brakes. That was a bit cheeky from Fenestraz, trying to get the car around the corner. Fenestraz defends, but slightly more robust than Sasahara was expecting, I think.
Gamo up into P4, so this is the anti-penultimate corner, and he's just got no grip left. Tyra's just got no grip. He's out on the curbs, and he lets 2 cars go there in one.
Battling amongst each other for places. This is now back to GT500. This is Fenestraz versus Sasahara round 2, exiting out of the hairpin, down the hill towards turn 3. Sasahara tries to look up the inside, realises it wasn't going to work this time. Stays pretty close with all that traffic. We go on board with Ukyo, watching the back of the Saab Toyota. Sacha Fenestraz, the French Argentine driver, the long, never-ending 100R, and back down to the box again. Early apex left hand of the hairpin. There's more lap traffic around here to try to work his way through. I think the car ahead of them is another Toyota. I think that's the 3rd place Toyota, working its way through traffic here. That is the number 6 Ferrari that's come out of its drive-through. Such decisive moves here as again Sasahara tries to go around the outside. He's looking for it. Again finds the avenue blocked, and also Fenestraz can't make his way through because he's back behind the Lamborghini, the J-Lock car on the 87 machine, and now gets inadvertently in the way of that battle. Meanwhile, in front of them, there goes, that is Shiki Oyu making his way past the GTR. Tell you what, this is in store for tomorrow for the 50-minute race. Sign me up. This is brilliant stuff for GT300. And equally, once they get together, the GT500 frontrunners have had the same. Now, Fenestraz is on the back of Sakaguchi. He's got away from Sasahara briefly, and now looking down the outside for a podium place. Fenestraz under brakes, forcing Sakaguchi to defend. Here goes the up and under. Thank you very much. Pulls himself alongside and gets himself in front before they even get towards turn 3. He says tentatively, down towards turn 3, yet move done. The fag is going right to the inside. Gamu's watching for the undercut. He can go here. Kataoka goes deep down the inside line. He's forcing Fag to go deep. Gamu from a long way back goes for 2nd place. Pulls himself level, gets the traction off the turn 4. That was a beautiful dive for Gamu. Saw it coming, got himself down the outside, inside for turn 1, on the outside for turn 2. Can he go for 2nd of Kataoka? The answer is no. He used to say in the UK the marketing slogan was, the car in front is a Toyota, and it has been for the last 7 races. Now you can make it 8 on the bounce. Shotsu Boy flashes the headlights in celebration. Part 1 of the Fuji GT Sprint event goes to car number 1, the defending champions. Shotsu Boy wins. And finally, Aston Martin will have their day in GT300 in Super GT in the sprint race on Saturday. Charlie Fab brings the 777 destination Aston Martin to the line, and it will be victory in part 1 of the event here at Fuji. He weaves with delight across and flashes the headlights as you would. Charlie Fag is the victor. Congratulations to D-Station Aston Martin, a fine drive putting through. Second goes to the Hatsune Miku number 4 AMG Mercedes.